Sunshine, it is time to do what we do best.
You ready?
I am so ready.
Let's go.
It's the truth about a boss.
All right, welcome to another episode of Talk About It Tuesday with your girl, B Brown, the Revolutionary.
And I am Sunshine La Reina. Today is Tuesday, November 1st, 2022, and we're coming to you live from YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
All right, so it's the first of the month, you say?
It's the first of the month.
So what's popping for the first of the month?
We got a lot going on today. Today we are in mourning. We have lost a good one. Takeoff was taken away from us on this good early Tuesday morning in Houston, Texas. And then we got some good old, Kanye has been in the news lately a lot for all the wrong reasons. But sometimes, like, the wrong reasons can have an underlying of the right reason, if you know what I mean. Which all ties back to Dave Chappelle's point and who controls the actual media of it all. So those are the topics that we're going to get into today.
All right, well, it sounds like a great idea. I'm definitely ready. And I also would like to add that we do have a special guest today.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. And she goes by the name of Dara. Okay. And with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and let her introduce herself. So let's bring her on in. Blessings to you, Queen. Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday.
How you ladies doing?
We are awesome. That's right. But we are in mourning, I must say, because we lost another. First of all, we lost another Black man.
Yes.
Okay. Not only did we lose another Black man, we lost another artist. Not only did we lose another artist, but we lost the one that stayed out the way.
Yes. That was so unproblematic.
Yeah.
And a beautiful soul at that.
Yeah. So it's sad that we have to keep on going through this, but it's definitely something that has to be addressed. But I want you to introduce yourself to the people, if you will.
Hello. My name is Dara Buck. I am singer, songwriter, and composer. My goal is through music is to just motivate, encourage, and uplift the next person. And like I said, through music is the softness sometimes that can break the hardness, the barrier around certain situations in our hearts. And like with Takeoff and losing someone, it can be hard, but my goal is to encourage each and every person to claim victory over victim, to continue to push through and trust that you will make it through. My new song is entitled "Make It Through," and it was inspired by also losing someone, in a very gruesome and horrible way. And I want to use that to turn it around to say the devil meant it for bad, but I'm so glad that God meant it for my good. And
Mm-hmm.
certain things that we go through, the devil can try to take us down through to get a bring God is to us. We will make it through. We have to trust that. You have to trust that God will do it for you. And that song was inspired. It helped me get through one of the roughest times in my life with losing someone. And like I said, I used it to encourage the next person to know that even though we're losing people like right now, and we're
Mm-hmm.
all gonna have to pay that ultimate price. But those who are left here, we have to trust that we have to love, we have to forgive, we have to
Yes.
know that God is in control of every situation, every aspect of our lives. And like I said, my main goal is just to motivate, to encourage people to trust God, even in
Well, I
times, even when
definitely
things seem so low. Just trust that. Yes, ma'am.
no, I was just saying I love your message. Everything that you said, I love that message. That is definitely something that we as a people we need to grasp onto that.
Mm-hmm.
Because without love, what do you
Yes,
have?
we do.
What do
And
you
I,
have?
I was caught up looking at the picture.
Oh, I think we lost her.
Did we?
Yeah, I believe we did. However, I did watch this video from like front to back, and it was a really, really beautiful video. It really, really was.
Correct.
It was a sad
Correct.
that her friend passed away. It was really sad. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful video. Her message was love. I was doing the whole LOVE thing towards the end. I was feeling all of that. It was beautiful. I loved this video. It was nice.
I agree. I agree. Maybe she'll come back in. But for those that don't know, I think I just heard her pop back in.
Hmm.
Hold on, let's give her a second to get back in. But for those, okay, here she is. All right, we got you back in, sis. Go ahead and finish.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, come on, devil. He can't stop no.
Exactly. Come on in here.
Yes, ma'am. But I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to, like I said, to motivate the next person, because right now in this time that we're in, we truly motivation. We need to be
Mm-hmm.
encouraged. We need to be uplifted. We need to be reminded at every
Mm-hmm.
time, every situation. We need to be reminded that who God is, and to not forget that He is love. God is love.
Exactly.
And we can't do anything, all things.
I would think there's a bad connection.
I think it's a
Yes,
bad
ma'am.
connection as well.
So
But we're gonna get this point across though before anything.
uplift and
Yes.
encourage the next person through song. I also have covered out.
Oh,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think we lost everyone except
Yes, ma'am.
myself. Are you still there? Okay, so however
Yeah, I'm
this
here.
video, okay, you good now? Is your connection better?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, so okay, I think it's a better
Yeah, it's
connection now.
better now.
Yes, you can go ahead, continue, please. The devil is busy, I think.
Okay. Um, but the like I said, the video, and I
Hmm.
hear you.
Yeah, the connection gets really, really choppy. I don't know what's going on.
Did I? I didn't hear your question.
Boss, you there?
Yeah,
I don't think I heard enough
Yeah,
about
I'm here.
you can
Can
move
you hear
around.
me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So my question
Yeah, I hear you.
okay, my question to you is when you decided to write this song, uh what was your biggest inspiration behind the song? Give us a briefing on that situation.
If listening to the words of the song, that was my inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. I think that you just have a really, really bad connection there. It's going to keep jumping in and out.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah. However, the link to the video is in the comments. So if you want to go and see and watch the video, like and share it. It's a beautiful message. It's a wonderful video. Shot found none other than the boss herself. Shouts out to the boss.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, very much so. Beautifully done. It was beautifully done. So just go click the link. First comment.
Yes,
Right.
it's the very first comment. You can definitely go follow her and definitely, get inspired by her story because, like she was saying, we need to show more love. You
Mm-hmm.
know, in this day and time, it's just so much negativity that plagues our community. Like I'm sick of it. Like myself, I'm sick of it. Hold on, let's see. I think we got her back in here. Let's give her a second. We're gonna see if we can get her back in here right quick, y'all.
We're gonna make it work.
All right.
Welcome back. Third time's a charm, huh?
I don't know what's going on.
It's all good. It is all good.
Can you hear me?
Most definitely. We can hear you.
Okay. But like I was saying, so the song it really making it through. With me so hard on trust, love. Um,
Don't know what's going on. Every time she tries to talk, I guess her connection is bad. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well, we'll just continue on, but at the end of the day, um, the song is a nice song. She wrote it. She produced it,
Mm-hmm.
and I did the video. So y'all go check her out, y'all. Everything is awesome with this song, and I also want to give a shout out to Miss Rolanda Willingham. We see you in the building, fam. Also
Yeah.
give a shout out to Miss Bobby is in the building. We want to give a shout out to Maddie Fresh is in the building.
Hey, Maddie. And we want to give a shout out to Miss Jabria who sent us 50 stars. Thank you so much.
Miss Jabria is in the building. We want to give a shout out to you. We also have Spring Harris is watching. She's a first timer. Thank you for
Welcome.
coming through. And we have E. Darrell Johnson is watching. Thank you for coming through as well. We have Joanne Skinner Swift who is watching. Thank you guys for coming through. We appreciate you.
First time. I haven't heard these names before. I like that. Welcome,
Oh
welcome.
yeah, welcome to the show. We
Coming.
definitely have a nice lineup for you guys today. We're gonna see if we can bring her in one more time. Then we're gonna move on to our next subject, y'all. Okay. All right. We want to let you go ahead and give the people this information that you're trying to get out that they don't seem to want you to get out. But go ahead,
yeah,
sis.
Exactly.
yeah. I said the enemy he don't want to get out this message of love. He don't. He want to keep us divided. He want to keep us separate and separated because he know we're weak when we're separated. But
That's right.
but I trust that God is in control. Love while you have the opportunity to love. That's just my message. You cannot get it back, once time is gone. And God gives us an opportunity to not only love, but to forgive, to understand, to look past, to make up, to fix it, to do right people while you have opportunity, because we have a overall objective in life is
Well, it's okay. She got the message out. Y'all heard what she said.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to come together as a people and love one another. That do
Exactly.
not mean that we will agree on every single thing, but we
Right.
got to learn to agree to disagree.
Yes, and still
Okay?
stand together as a people.
Yes, it's time to grow up. It is time to grow up. It is time for us to lead. And I said all that to say, which should just take us right into our next subject. Um, Dave Chappelle's Cast Aside for the Truth. Now, you all know that once we get into telling the truth about different things that have happened to our people, um, you start to get banished by the media, and
Mm-hmm.
they want to stop your bag, and then they want to talk down on you, and they want to create this narrative about you
Correct.
so that you will not be able to speak the truth anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that true?
That's very much true. Cancel culture is real, and most
Cancel
times
culture
it's
is real.
people that actually tell the truth, and they don't want the truth to be told.
Exactly, which brought us to the reasoning behind want to even talk about Dave Chappelle, because as y'all know, Dave Chappelle did his last stand up with Netflix, which I don't believe he's gone for good. He just have to do what he have to do, and then he have to take a break because the
Exactly.
people are a mess. We love Dave
Mhm.
Chappelle. Like, I don't care what
Mm.
nobody say. Can't nobody cancel Dave Chappelle.
Right? You will never be able to cancel Dave Chappelle
You
at
can't
all.
cancel Dave
You can't.
Chappelle.
No, you can't. He's like the GOAT. You can't do that with Dave Chappelle. Thank you very much.
So, if you haven't seen his Netflix special, what's the name of it?
The
Sunshine.
Closer. It's called The Closer. It's on the Netflix.
Okay, the closing. In
The
this,
Closer. The Closer.
the closer. Okay,
Yeah.
right, because he letting y'all know he
This is
is the
it.
closer. It's a
This
done
guy,
deal.
he's that was his last. It was supposed to be his last show, like his last thing, and he was letting all hang. He was going to say exactly what he was going to say. He closed the door and it was done, and that's what he did.
He had finished his deal with Netflix,
Yes,
which I have a lot of respect for Netflix,
exactly.
because they let this man get up here and they let him be an artist.
Mm-hmm. Speak his peace, speak his truth, and did what's right by him as well.
Want to
Hey,
give a
T.
shout out to T. We see you in the building. Thanks for coming through, T.
Exactly.
So Dave Chappelle have a very interesting point of view.
Yes,
Let's
he
be
does.
real.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like he clashes with the LGBTQRSTUV element of P group
Mm-hmm.
because he speaks the truth.
Yes.
All right. We all know you got a right in this country to be who you want to be. And you should also have a right to be able to say what you want to say, whether it's offensive to somebody, because we all, we have that right. It's the First Amendment. Okay. But thing is this, when Dave Chappelle started telling the truth about these alphabet people, baby, here come the cancel culture, because not only do they use that against him, but they also use their white supremacy against him. Let's just be real.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I don't think that Dave truly meant no harm when he said what he said. He was just telling the truth.
All he was saying, it was just a simple fact. What he was saying is that the LGBTQ AI plus community has garnered more rights as a community in the decades of its construct that Black people have since the ending of slavery. He's saying
Exactly.
that they have been awarded and afforded more protections and graces than the Black people that reside in America. And there is nothing wrong with that because it is the truth.
Exactly.
There are laws in place because of the LGBTQAI plus community that are that we there has just been an anti-lynching bill. There has just been the Crown Act, which allows Black people to grow our hair the way it grows naturally out of our scalps and wear it in our natural cultural hairstyles. Like, and this is what hundreds of years of progress,
Mm-hmm.
where in decades they have garnered more rules and bills and laws and safeties than Black people have been. And there's nothing wrong in saying that at all.
Exactly. To me, it's a lot about respect. We have to respect one another. It's time for each race to be able to get respect in everything they do. And if you ask me, everybody get a little bit more respect than Black people.
Which is very true.
It's so hard, and not only that, but once they see how we act towards one another, they give us less and less respect.
But once
Let's
again, but then once again, therein lay my issue. No other ethnicity is given that same regard. Black people, there's only one term, there's only one coin term, Black on Black violence. We never speak about white on white violence or Latino on Latina violence or Asian on Asian violence, which are all within itself true violences. Violence is not ethnic, it is proximal. And people happen to live in proximity to the people that happen to look like them. So
exactly,
it's not just about Black on Black anything, because the only
exactly,
community of people that are not allowed the same graces are Black people. So we can't
exactly.
use that as a point of reference and the disregard to our humanity. We can't do that because no other. Do you know how? Do you see the violence that look at the man that attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband?
Mm,
What did he look?
exactly.
What did he look like? The people that stormed the White House. I mean, the that stormed the Capitol. Excuse me, on January. What did they look like? The people, the persons that shot up a, a movie theater, a supermarket, a church. What did they look like? And yet, and still, they are garnered their individuality as a white person and not as in white people. We are the only
Exactly.
people that are not allowed, like, think like individuality. Like, it is, we are a group. If one person does it, it's all people. If another person does it, it's that singular being. And that's not
Yes,
what we say. So I don't like that how we treat one another, because people do that all in the same sense to want to their own selves. It's
this
not
is
just about what we do to each other. Everyone does the same thing.
this is so true.
We are
This
just
is
a
so
focal
true.
point. We are just a focal point, a scapegoat. And we have, as Black people, we cannot use it as a focal point.
This
Because
is so
once
true.
again, the crab's natural habitat is not the barrel.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it any better myself, Sunshine. You definitely just ate that whole situation. Thank you for giving everyone a perspective of exactly how this thing goes. Okay? Which takes us right into our next topic. Kanye West public lynching.
Because
Now,
he has disassociated himself with Kanye.
yes,
Kanye has disassociated himself from Kanye West.
yes, he is
Miss
no longer Kanye West.
Miss Chanel's in the building. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, 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 shout out to Miss Chanel. Thank you for coming through. You right on time for this subject right here.
Yeah, we want to talk about this. I want
So,
opinion.
Sunshine, you go ahead and take the lead. Let me pull up some situations right quick.
Okay, so we all know what Kanye West said, right? We all heard the Drink Champs episode, or we've read about the Drink Champs episode and things he said about the Jewish people. So basically, what he says is that the Jewish people own entertainment, that you cannot do anything in the world without having a Jewish lawyer, Jewish companies, a Jewish anything, which in actuality, if you think about it logically and not emotionally, that is true. And he also said that if you go against said people, they have the power to take everything away from you. And that is exactly what they are doing right now, which is also what they did with Dave Chappelle.
Yes, yes, yes.
So he went on to say that it's going to be like DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, which is which was not an act like a good thing to say, because you don't want to incite violence on any people in any regards. It's a matter of what they do, because that's just not a good thing to do in general. However, it's what he said. And after all of these things came out, then what he said about George Floyd, it led to his social demise.
Yes, it did.
He
Yes,
has
it did.
lost how many endorsements? There's Adidas, Balenciaga. There's what else was there? Was it Marshalls?
There's Gap, there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's JP Morgan Chase, there's Def Jam, there's CAA, and CAA is a talent agency. There's MRC, which is a film and television production company. There's also Donda Sports that
Yeah,
had two athletes, Jalen Brown and Aaron Donald. There's also uh, Peloton. This is a bike and exercise subscription,
mm-hmm.
where they was playing his music.
For the
Um,
exercise programs.
there's TJ Maxx. There's also the Donda Academy. They were looking to shut it down at first, but they definitely stopped the basketball team from being able to interact in certain tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Madame Tussauds London. Yes.
Lost $2 billion in 2 days behind these statements. $2 billion in 2 days.
Yes. Yes. So this is what's so funny to me.
Yeah,
Well, thing is about Skechers is that he wanted to go and start, I guess, a contract with Skechers, but they was like, no, bruh, you can't come here.
yeah.
We sticking together.
Yeah, he was thrown out of the show the other day. He was. He was escorted out.
Now, I have a lot of mixed emotions about this situation, but it's only like you're right about this, but you're wrong about that. Okay?
Exactly.
Now, Kanye West, his delivery was absolutely foul.
It was in
Okay?
poor taste. It was in poor taste.
It's some things that he said and they were very offensive.
Mm-hmm.
And he found himself apologizing to the Jewish community, but you left out the black community. And the
Out.
black community are the ones that pulled you from the bottom and took you straight to the top when you started your music career, did we not?
Thank you. Yes.
Y'all chime in the comments if y'all feel like the black community is the one who lifted Kanye West from the bottom to the top.
All I'm saying is the black community is always left out. Look at Jamie Lee Curtis. She went on a talk show and about Kanye West and his anti-Semitic rants, quote unquote. She talked about the Jewish community. She talked about the Asian community and never took the time to talk about the black community. When you speak ill about the Black community, you get record deals, you get movie deals, you get clothing lines, you get clout, you get all these things. And no one takes it as anything except, oh, it's just entertainment.
Most definitely. And Sunshine, you know, like I know that it is more than entertainment because there's power in the tongue.
Exactly. Exactly. Look at Kanye West. He said what he said, and what he said was the truth. Look, in one of his videos, he said, wait till he get money, he gonna start talking the truth. What video was that? I forget which one it was. It was in one of his videos. He said, wait till he gets to a certain size in money wise, he was gonna speak the truth. That's what he's doing right now because he has that kind of money and power and influence. However, the powers that be have taken away all of that because he stood out against them.
Well, I want to play a clip of this video and then I want to go a little bit deeper into this Kanye situation because not only are they attacking Kanye, we know Kanye did what he did, but now they are on Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
Which, if you're somebody like me that like to read and research and find out things, you're going to start putting two and two together. But let's listen to what Mr. Ye had to say in this situation.
Arts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list.
Imagine if manufacturing automation
let's
was simple. Introducing Vention.
We're going to listen to what he had to say.
The red are the executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Do you think they stuck together when they heard what you said? Was that what happened?
Well, what I said is, hey, you know, I've had experiences where it felt like I was being teamed up on, and I didn't realize that term would be considered to be anti-Semitic. So I had a mediation with Adidas today, and I think Adidas felt like because everyone else was ganging up on me that they had the right to just take my designs. And I feel like right now, I feel like that was in Christianity, we don't say karma, we say you reap what you sow. And I feel like this is God humbling me right now because there's two things that are happening. A lot of times when I would say, oh, I'm the richest Black man, it would be a defense that I would use for the mental health conversation. To say, oh, you guys say I'm crazy, but look at this, I made money. And but that is not godlike to be showing off. So if it's not godlike, then God will take that because it's all the church's money, right? So what's happening right now is I'm being humbled. Another thing that's happening is by me being burned to the flesh every single day, it's actually proving what I had to say. So when I went to the mediation, what I want to say is like Black people are like, okay, Lex Friedman got you to apologize. Pierce Morgan got you to apologize to the Jews, but you never apologized to us about the George Floyd comment that made us feel bad. Exactly. Now, the thing is, okay, JFK, they got a lot of documentaries about how it happened. So we can argue about how it happened, which I like the fact that we can do that. But regardless, when I see that video as a Black person, it hurts my feelings. And I know that police do attack and America is generally racist. And I understand that when we got to say Black Lives Matter, that the idea of it made us feel good together as a person, as a people, right? When let me say it so the soundbite is better for you guys. When the idea of Black Lives Matter came out, it made us come together as a people. Now afterwards, yes, there was some things where the money went. There were some things where it was used in order to push us to the Democratic vote. There were people behind it involved. That happened, but the general feeling. So when I said that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd, it hurt my people. It hurt the Black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now.
Come on now. Humble yourself. Humble yourself.
See?
Humble
That's
yourself.
what humility will do to a person. Go ahead.
It don't make me feel good to see him in the predicament he in. But I know for a fact that God had to humble him.
To make him see.
To make him see and make him understand that the things that you are saying about your people
exactly
is preposterous, my boy.
Exactly.
All of the stuff that we have to go through dealing with brutality and certain things, dealing with our community, like we never got our 40 acres. However, everybody else, they got their reparations.
Yes. The Jews got the reparations, so where they got their money from.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. And nothing to a Jewish person of a heinous nature has happened on American soil. But what I also want to say is, ever since Kanye said that slavery was a choice, it's been downhill. Slavery, I need people to stop thinking in this 2022 mentality of thought process. Because if you were back in like 8, 6, 4, 2, whatever time, you would not be, if you were taken from your homeland and brought somewhere completely foreign, not knowing anything or anyone, stripped from people that even talk like you, they just look like you. Is that a choice? That's survival.
Exactly.
That's survival.
Yes.
Most of us would not be here if not survival.
Exactly. And I want y'all to know that if we ever on our live and it ends, go right to YouTube, because they shut down certain things for us on Facebook when we start saying certain things. Okay.
Exactly.
Last week they shut our show down. We were still on YouTube, but they shut our show down. We was just talking about domestic violence.
Exactly. For no reason. Because they don't want the truth to be told.
It is what it is. That is a perfect example of what we're talking about right now. Yeah. People do not want the truth to be out and about. Yeah. Because guess what? Then the people don't be sheep anymore. They start to think for themselves. And that is not how America works. America works behind you do what I say.
And not as I do.
Pretty much. So they're saying that Kanye West made these derogatory remarks against the Jewish culture, and they was calling them anti-Semitic. But for those that know better, you got to know that Black people are the original Jews. If you didn't know, now you know. So that's why on Drink Champs, he was saying that he could not make any type of remarks that could hurt them because he's one. That's what he was trying to relate to the people. But honey, he was up there drinking and getting drunk, honey. He was saying all type of stuff, child. And it was just coming out all type of ways.
Exactly. Don't blame the messenger for the message because it was messy, okay? It's still factual, okay? It's still factuals.
Right. Let's see. Taylor said that Facebook restricted her, saying that she was selling nudity. Child bless it.
What you have over Halloween? Because I want, girl.
You know that all she do is just be up there showing her makeup and stuff like that, but it's a hot mess because Facebook has been on some crazy stuff lately, y'all.
Yes, they don't want people to know nothing, see nothing, do nothing. Even IG had some problems. A whole bunch of people got banned on IG today. Even City got lost 5,000 followers in a day. I think it was a glitch or something like that. So you know.
But so Kanye definitely he said some things that ruffled some feathers.
And it ruffled
some feathers.
He did, but that's because people don't think logically and people really do think emotionally. He hurt someone's feelings. And when he hurt their feelings, They weren't able to see the logic in what he was actually saying. It is the truth. He was saying is the truth. There is a certain group of people that do control everything.
Yes. Yes.
It's very evident that when he said what he said about a particular group, or when you say things about particular groups in general, things like this happen to you. You lose money. You lose these people. These men feed their families through their music, through their comedy, their special, through all these things. Do you know what I'm saying? It don't matter that they make all kinds of money. Regardless, if they continue to be canceled, they're not going to have anything.
Yep.
So where does it end?
Go ahead, sis.
Am I on here? No, I was good. I said what I said.
No, but I'm just at the end of the day, it's like this. If they build you up, they definitely got the power to take you down. Which also goes into the conversation of we don't own anything.
Thanks.
We don't hardly own anything.
Right.
Like, we got some celebrities and we got some other people. I'm sure you know some people in the community that's doing well for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's all said and done, what do we have that we can give to one another?
The wealth, not riches, wealth. What wealth can we give to one another as a people?
It all boils down to we still have to go through their yes and their no.
Still need approval.
Exactly. So when Kanye West made these remarks, yes, he had me in an uproar like, bro, you must have forgot who you are, like right now. But later on, the more and more I start listening to exactly what he was saying, I was able to differentiate this from that. You sound like a fool right here, but you definitely making a lot of sense right here.
Exactly. And that was the thing. People take the foolishness and don't take the lesson involved. Like, you gotta listen to both.
Exactly. When you write something, it can be taken so many different ways. You're leaving it open for them to decide what they take from what you say. You are telling the absolute truth, Taylor. You are telling the absolute truth. So once he lost all these deals, he lost all this money, child. It was just, you done lost this, you done lost that. Boom, 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 boom. Then he seen that he had to be humbled. However, do y'all remember what happened with Nick Cannon? Once they started hitting that pocket, oh, no, I ain't mean that, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Baby, he just went back and retracted everything, which he was on the same path that Kanye West is on right now. And they know how to get you. They know how to shut you up. I'm going to hit you in the pocket, so you better hush.
Exactly.
So,
and that's the thing. Am I lagging or something?
No, you was talking, so I was letting you speak.
Oh, no, I said that's what they're doing. That's all.
Oh, okay. So, at the end of the day, sometimes it ain't about what you say, it's how you say it. It ain't about what you say, it's how you say it. So then here comes along one of my favorite players in the NBA, Mr. Kyrie Irving. Y'all, Mr. Kyrie Irving and shared this movie. And if y'all don't know what the name of the movie is, the name of the movie is Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. Okay? And actually the movie came out in 2018, but finally starting to catch on in the community, right?
Yes.
So, baby, when I tell you the people in the NBA and everybody else, baby, when I tell you they is in an uproar about it. Taylor, you've seen it? Because I haven't seen it, but I definitely I'm going to watch it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. And this is what everybody is so upset about right here. Mm-hmm.
Why?
So not only is it a book, but you can get the Kindle version, the audio book, and you can get the audio book for free. You can get a hardcover, which is sold out, and you can get a paperback version. Okay. And it says usually ships within 1 to 2 months. So at the end of the day, this is what they are upset about, y'all. This film and this book by Ronald Dalton Jr., and he is from Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh. Yep.
Okay. And it says, I'm going to read this to you. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Ever wonder why we are called African American? Ever wonder why we have no recollection of our history, language, culture, or identity despite our connection to Africa? Ever wonder why we have been scattered into almost every landmass in the world? Ever wonder why we were forced into slavery? Ever wonder why, despite 500 years post-slavery, we as African Americans are still at the bottom of society? Ever wonder why we have more health issues in America compared to any other race? Ever wonder why the Arab, Islamic religion, and European Catholic Christian influence is so strong in Africa? Ever wonder why race and skin color is a taboo subject never addressed in Christianity? Ever wonder why over 95% of all Jews or God's chosen people are European? These are all questions most African Americans ponder at times, if not every day. Westernized education, the church, our parents, and our elders have been giving us these answers. Well, it's
You still there? You still there? You back?
yeah. You was I freezing?
Uh-huh.
Of course I'm freezing. I'm talking that talk. But let me go ahead on and finish what this says. It says, well, it's for a reason so big that it will shake the foundation of everything you have been taught to believe. If you tell a lie enough times to the public, they will eventually believe it to be true. If you can control what the public sees on TV, what they read in literature, and what religion they should follow, you can control the people. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hebrews to Negroes will blow your mind to the point it will have you wondering why there is so much deception. It will have you then asking your own questions. There's a lot of catching up we need to do because Satan has been working hard at keeping us asleep.
Yes.
So, yes, I encourage everyone to go rent this movie. It is on Amazon and Amazon Movies, and it's also a book. You can get the book as well. So,
but I want to take that back to a point. Like, why do you think there's so much poison in our music? Music is the way that Black people communicate. Like we are such a rhythmic people, and music is how we speak to one another. So why do you think there's so much discourse and violence and hatred and like drug addiction and misogyny in our music? The music from back in the day was not like that. It uplifted our. You know what I'm saying?
What really threw me off is when Ye said all that stuff about the Black people, then nothing happened. Nothing at all. They didn't do nothing to him. But soon as he said something about another demographic of people, baby, they start slicing and dicing him like pizza.
Because that's what they do. You cannot speak about particular groups of people without suffering huge ramifications. They are protected minorities. Is that what? Because they are a minority. They're a minority.
Well, don't that look bad on our part though? Because like we are never protected
At all.
We are never protected
at all.
But they make sure they protect others. Like, why is that? Why is it that we are never protected?
Look at how the Asian people, when the COVID hit, they were blamed. Like, I think a couple of Asian people got attacked because of the COVID, and they made that like anti-Asian hate bill. Straight like that. Straight like that.
Yeah.
Black people have been massacred on this land for centuries, and we still get nothing.
We have influenced so much culture, have provided so many ideas. We have put so much money in the United States of America, but yet it's still, we are still treated like the field ninja.
A fifth-class citizen.
Don't y'all see that? Don't y'all see that? Black people out there. Don't y'all see this? Wake up. It is time to wake up. Quit slobbering over all that ice cream and pancakes. Talk to your children about our history. Get out in the community and start making some changes. Like, y'all just a bunch of robots out there. Y'all look for the teacher to raise your children. Y'all ain't even raising your children no more.
And then they sit and have you take the blame for the discourse in our own community, all the while knowing that this has been going on for centuries of time to teach us to hate one another. It's how they kept slavery going. It's why they kept us separate in the first place. They didn't put like people with like people. They took people from different villages and put them together so they knew no better, and they knew and they could put enemy with enemy, and there was going to be discourse. They pit light against dark. They did everything to keep Black people separate from one another. And you have to realize that we still, as Black people, do this. Because it is in our DNA to do this. When you see a Black person run, what is your first instinct? Because I'm sitting around.
To take out running too, honey. I'm taking off.
I'm
running.
Because what you running for? I don't want to be here. If what you running for is coming, I got to run.
I don't know why we running, but I know if you're running, there's a reason to run.
If you Black, I'm Black. After you running, I'm running too, because I'm going with
too.
In the opposite direction. It's inherent in our DNA. So you have to understand that the things that we have learned have to be unpacked from our DNA. We have to unlearn so many hatreds towards one another and for survival purposes as people. We do not need to live in survival any longer. We can live in love.
We can live in love. Come on, somebody.
We can.
Come on, somebody.
We don't have to survive out here no more. We is free. We have to mentally free ourselves as well. And when you free yourself and you can come together as a people, we will have such a standing that they have no choice except to accept our demands.
Exactly. And as you can, well, if you guys didn't know, they are calling for the Nets to cut Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
A whole bunch of people, group of people, them bought floor seats to the next game just to antagonize him. Why
Yes.
we don't got no people getting together buying floor seats and cheering him on?
Do you know how much them floor seats cost?
That's what I'm saying. That's how they get us every time. We can't compete with the dollar bill. We can't compete because we ain't got none. We got 2 or 3 people with some money, but we need wealth. We need wealth. That's exactly what Kanye West was talking about. Kanye West proved a big old point.
Exactly, that he did. And he didn't even say anything about it. He just posted it. He didn't it's not like he was saying in some in-depth thought process and explanations. If you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, you don't. It's like, if you don't like it, scroll on.
Exactly. He got a right to say and post what he want to post. Even after the game, that's what they was trying to bring up. Not the point that he is a skilled basketball player that can go one-on-one with anybody, big, little, small, medium, whatever. They want to talk about why you shared that. That's anti this and this anti that. This, that, and the third. He was like, I got a right to share stuff on my page. Why you want to keep talking about that? I'm not promoting it. I just shared it. Hey, watch it if you want to watch it. If you know, he didn't say a word because they aiming for him. And mind you, he did not take the vaccination.
True. But my whole question is this: when is something going to truly be anti-Black? When is that going to be a thing? Because I would like things that are anti-Black to have such reverence behind it, such fervor and such discourse that people listen and people lose their jobs, and systems are broken down and revamped because of anti-Blackness. That's what I want to happen.
Here we go with the swimming. And another thing I would like to see that every time they put that demonic music out, that you only can go get it if you want to. Like, that's what's being promoted.
Mm-hmm.
That demonic music, that demonic rap music that was once a way out for the culture, a way for people to talk about the things that's actually going on in the community, positive and everything. That's what's being promoted, that demonic music.
Our music was a way for Black people to vent our frustrations and come together as a community to fix the issues within our communities. That's what our music used to represent. Our music, look at the music of like Lauryn Hill, things like that. They uplifted you. Tupac's lyrics uplifted you. Like, they are words of encouragement that made you love your Blackness and love your Black people.
Exactly.
And community in a positive light. And then certain people came in and created the foolishness.
It's time out, y'all. It's time out for it. As you can see right here, that George Floyd's family is planning to sue Ye for $250 million. Now, what he said about George Floyd, I did not agree with, not one bit. I really could just slap the taste out his mouth and say, boy, think for a second. Just think for 1 second. But all in the same token, he made a point in the situation as well.
What he said was reprehensible. It was. However, I have to be logical and say he did prove himself right. He did.
The part that I'm speaking of solely is when he said he was one of the only ones that gave to this family.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
I don't know what happened between that and then you decided to say that, you know, he died from fentanyl and
I know what happened.
Man, foot wasn't even hard on his neck that hard. Baby, but then you came right back in the next breath and said, now you know how it feels to have a foot on your neck.
I know what happened. You know who happened to him? There's this woman. She dark white. Her name is Candace Owens.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, boss.
Well, all in the same token, that's why I love to have my relationship with God, and that's why I love my spirituality, because God will show you something.
Every
It might
day.
not be pretty, because that's what you need. Kanye had got too high up on his horse, baby.
Head got too big, so you couldn't fall nowhere, brother.
You
Welcome
had
back
to be humbled, homie.
Welcome to Earth, sir. Welcome back. Nice to meet you again, sir.
And I hope he truly finds himself in this situation, because we miss Kanye, college dropout. Like,
that was my,
we miss that Kanye. And this ain't nothing against the Kardashians, because I don't know them folks, but I do know this. Every time they get with a man, they eat him alive. They eat him alive now. I could go down the list, but y'all know what it is. Y'all go check it out for yourself.
Chris Humphries, he did him a big one, and he was like, I gotta go.
They eat him alive every single time. And yeah, you ain't no different, bro. They got you. They wore you out.
He married the gold digger.
The one that he was talking about in his song.
Come on now. It's not a running. In my Alanis Morissette voice, because yes, I do listen to Alanis Morissette. Thank you.
Okay. And we said all this to say, to bring it back to our point of reference, which is Takeoff unalived in Houston. Sunshyne, give a little information. I'll be right back. I will be right back. Okay? I'm dealing with some sinuses. Just give me 1 second.
I got you, boys.
All right.
So, in the wee hours of the morning, Takeoff was unalived in Houston, Texas. Now, it was said that he was in a bowling alley with Quavo, and they were in a dice game. Now, Quavo had been losing bad in this dice game, and he had gotten into a verbal altercation with some people. Now, Takeoff had been in the corner, minding his business. This was said via text messages and a couple videos from people that we saw online. So he was in the corner, minding his business, and he heard the altercation, he heard the commotion, heard what's going on. He stands up and was accidentally shot by someone in his own team. And then it was said that the people that they were arguing with, they shot back, and he was hit again. And he was immediately unalive then. So this happened at 2-something in the morning over in Houston, Texas. And the community has been shook. Takeoff was one of the most unproblematic people I have ever heard about in rap game, in music, like in general. He was completely unproblematic. And from the different types of people that are mourning his loss, he was a good soul. He was a good person. It's not just a particular demographic of people that are mourning his loss. People from all over in different communities are mourning the loss of this good man right today.
Once again, I'm tired of this narrative, y'all. It's that same narrative that we are talking about, where as an artist, I don't even like to use rapper, okay? Because this is an art. These are artists. As an artist, you can't even feed your family and see your kids grow up, and you can't even grow old to see your grandchildren and to lay out a foundation for your family, because by the time you reach the age of 30, or even, I'm going to say 2 or 3 years in the game, you are unalived over some foolishness. And this is the only genre this foolishness keep happening in. And I'm sick of it.
listen to the music of it all.
I'm
Like, you
sick of
hear
it.
the music and you hear the violence in it, and that's what it is. Like, you were losing a dice game, bro. 7 racks. You was out 7 sets. You was gonna make that tomorrow. And you
Exactly.
made a huge deal about it. And now your nephew is unalive right next to you. Like, come on, my man.
Yeah.
$7 wasn't nothing to you on some realty. It
It's
really
just
was.
so sad. It's so sad. Look at this list of rappers. Well, I decided to do the ones with the pictures. Look
Yeah.
at all of these rappers that I like to call artists that we have lost within the last 4 years. I'm talking about some talented brothers. And this young sister ain't listed on here, but it's a few more.
Mm-hmm.
It's a few more, y'all. These ain't it. This ain't all of them. We
It's
got
that.
Nipsey Hussle, we got Young Dolph, we got Pop Smoke, we got XXX. Come on, Takeoff, King Von,
It don't make no sense.
Jada Youngin, Mac Miller.
Yes. Yes. Pills and potions. Like, it
Child,
don't
it's
make
just
no sense.
foolishness.
It really doesn't. And people.
FBG Duck.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And
Like,
then,
aren't you guys tired of that narrative? Like, ain't y'all tired of it?
don't y'all want to promote good and healthy type music, like, for real? And my thing is, why is it always resorting to that level of violence? That's my thing. It's always that. There's no, we going to argue and have a disagreement, and we going to be like, you know what, F you and I'm out. Or we just finna fight. Because, people's hands should work as well. Because I know back in our day, we used to fight with our hands. Or take it to a
Right,
boxing class or something like that. Why do people resort to this level of violence?
right, right. Well, also too, at this point, it's our responsibility to get this thing right. And I just want to play right here what Gilly the Kid said real quick because he made a lot of sense in this situation. Like, okay, I know these people, artists, they live their life out loud, but do y'all think it's appropriate to film and take pictures of someone who is deceased, especially of a horrible death?
I know
Do
people
y'all
got
think that stuff is
to,
appropriate?
like, you don't need to make that's dirty money, I feel like. Like, that's someone's last moments in life on this earth. Like, why I know it's all tea and all that, but that's just, how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all like seeing things like that? Seeing pictures and videos of people like taking their last breaths on earth? Do y'all like that type of stuff?
Well, let's listen to what Gilly said.
And niggas were recording it and posting that shit on the internet, man. Y'all niggas is clowns for that shit, man. Why every time something happened to a rapper or athlete or entertainer or anybody of color, the first thing you niggas do is pull your phones out and start recording and post that shit on the internet, man. You niggas is clowns for that shit, man. Y'all niggas is clowns for that shit.
So he clearly is not with it. He's not with it, and I can't blame him. And I'm gonna also play this clip about Takeoff talking about why he's so low key. If you listen to the Migos, you know that he definitely got away with words, but he was always quiet with it, and that's usually the ones that's always end up unalived.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that always just be chilling and ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Mm-hmm. Most
That's
definitely.
usually the one.
Get caught up in the mix some damn where for no reason.
Caught up in the mix for nothing. So let's take a second to listen to what he had to say.
They working it today, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
Ruffled some feathers a little bit ago. Talking to Steve.
yeah.
That's like truth, man.
feel like that don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't say too much. I still keep it low key and just keep the, you know what I'm saying, just anonymous, you know what I'm saying, you don't really know too much about me or, you know what I'm saying, like how you think you might know about the other group, and not just that I ain't give you, I ain't give, you know what I'm saying, I just give it piece by piece, and then they just learn more stuff, and it'll be exciting, and they want to hear from you, they want to, when you pop out, they want to see you, and instead of, rather than so many artists, you know, just get tired of it, you know what I mean? And it's, you know, just how the world now is. Back in the day, they didn't have Instagram and everything, so now we got Instagram, so
you got so much
be seen so much 24/7 without you. Like back in the day, you wouldn't even be able to be seen. You know what I mean? They couldn't even see you. When they did see you, it was a rare moment. They would fall out of the path, whatever it was. They was excited to see you. Now, that's why I got an Instagram, I got social media, and I post, but I try to post and I keep it, you know, like a slight amount what I do. So.
Well, sometimes, you know, it's better to be seen than heard. And I also want to address the situation with this female, the one who claimed that T.I. and Tiny had her hostage. Child.
Listen, we are in mourning. I do not feel like hearing her mouth again. I'm in mourning. Okay? Like for real. She bothered my spirit today. Because for what?
Well, this is what she said. She said, I think it's the karma of the lyrics that are actually unaliving rappers. You can't feed a community lyrics that kill a community and also be safe from the repercussions of that energy.
He was playing dice, sis.
Actually, he wasn't doing anything.
He was minding his business.
He was actually just there. You know, he's there more than likely to be, you know, he's Quavo's mans. That's his uncle. So he's gonna be with him everywhere they go. So he was just in the cut chilling.
Minding the business that paid him.
But Sunshyne, I know you don't like what she said, but what I'm gonna say is
in the morning.
I partially agree with what she says.
Not right now though. But
yes,
not right now.
I know it. This ain't the time. Let it be. That was too much. She should have waited she could have delivered it in a different way. But what I'm going to say is that
it's okay.
It's not about feeding the community these type of lyrics, because the thing is this: when you get an opportunity to change your life, and you have been brought up on this certain type of music, and this is the music that's popular, and this is the music that has got you your record deal, this is the type of music that you're going to do. This goes back to us going back into our community and changing the narrative of the things that have been put before us, because the powers that be are the ones promoting this music. They're the one promoting this music.
People have to be able to take and be like, listen, I'm not finna sell my soul for this dollar and make this type of music to get on. Listen, how many completely positive rappers is popping right now?
None.
I mean, popping.
None.
You don't like that. As a Black person, you do not make your money and speaking about uplifting your people, uplifting your community, of your Blackness. You do not make no money like that. Stop being stupid. You don't. You make off calling Black women bees and unsavory women, talking about drugs, violence, and beefing. That's what pops.
I never would have thought I would see the day where in our little bitty small community, it's gang wars.
Yes.
I never thought I would see the day. I'm just being for real. And this right here, this was something that you brought to the table, Sunshyne.
It made me irritated a little bit.
It says, if you are for gangster rap, you can't also be for Black. Let's take a deep breath and let's just.
Because you know, hold on, because you know, God, she trying to work on me. Let me I can't see my sage be missing, girl. I need to cleanse my spirit.
Let's inhale this thought though. Let's inhale this thought and let's unpack it.
We
And
going
let's inhale this thought and let's unpack it right now.
We going to, because I need to.
Now, okay, you made an interesting point earlier about gangster rap.
I sure did.
Can you please give the people some information, the same information you gave me? Can you give that same information again?
What is the origins of gangster rap?
Well, I know what the origins are.
Why was it created? Like, gangster rap and the music that we used to listen to, the origins of every genre of music that we listen to, it was a political base. It talked about the brutality of the system. It talked about the rawness of the brutality of the system. Y'all hated to hear it, but it was what was needed to be heard. This is trash rap, not gangster rap. Y'all got the game messed up.
And let me add that it was also being tainted as well around about that same time, because that's when you start getting more of the bees and the hoes and you know.
Exactly.
And no tainted at that point.
Yes, no offense to any woman that, but listen, I'm all about the female body and expression, sexuality and sensuality. However, there was a tact involved in expressing our sexuality and femininity and sensuality back in the day. TLC was sexy. Aaliyah was the sexiest being on the planet and always had clothes on. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. No offense to anyone. Do your thing, girl. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Make your money. However, back then it was different than it is right now.
Well, I want to read what Miss Lakeitha Stanfield III said, because she made some good points. She made some good points. I'm not saying I agree with every single thing, because in order for us to go ahead and attack a situation like this, we got to go around the globe and talk about it all. But she just brought it right here in this perspective, which there are other perspectives to put on top of this before we get to this.
Exactly.
But I understand where she's coming from. And she said the dangerous toxicity associated with this glorified Black serial killer and killed music and imagery got people thinking it's cool to hurt those that look like them and only them. It's okay to embrace realities of life in the harder areas, but let's think about not holding up this behavior in our circles. Let's make it cool to embrace life, travel, and learn new things. I know that the scope of the issues we have to contend with is much larger than just this, that we have a lot of work to do in many areas to restore our hearts and minds after centuries of persecution and manipulation. But we have to start somewhere. At some level, we have to see our lives as valuable so that we think before we react and see another human when we look at a human being, a human man. We must stop holding self-destructive up and embrace things that build us a whole so that we can lead the world in the direction of prosperity by example. Getting reckless now and again is part of who we are, but for the most part, turn that stupid S off. Baby, she made a point.
She made several.
She made, listen, we might need to just unpack this situation on another live. We might need to unpack this on another live.
Yes, that whole statement within itself. Yeah, we're going to do that. I think we should.
Mm-hmm. Because
lot to unpack in one statement.
Exactly. And once again, with that being said, which takes me back to this right quick. Kyrie is one of the, like a lot of younger kids, I call them kids because they're young adults, but they feel as Kyrie is mysterious and weird when they don't realize that Kyrie is what you call a woke being.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie is one, they love him. They wear his shoes and everything. They don't even realize that he got the Eye of Horus on his shoes and all these things that he's doing and all these little hidden messages, because he even know as a basketball player, that's the way he make his money, that he can't come right out and give them the jewels.
Exactly. My 16-year-old loves Kyrie Irving.
Yes, I love Kyrie.
Signed autographed picture at that. Okay? Thank you. Okay?
Yes. And they went to antagonize him at a game. And you know what I'm saying? They wore these shirts talking about fight anti Semitism, honey. Child, can we fight a lot of things? Because I understand that you feel away, but baby, we got to scrape all of the old, all of the mindsets. We got to scrape all that stuff out the way and throw it away, and we got to start at square one.
Let's take every anti-black, anti-white, anti-Asian, Latina, anti-Semitic, anti-everything. When everyone is treated equally, then and only then, I want my antis to be acknowledged as well. I got a couple antis. I want them acknowledged. I want the anti-black acknowledged first, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
I think that's the problem that a lot of black people have with this whole situation. It's like you talk about this anti this, anti that, but when it comes to black people, it's just like, y'all be all right.
Exactly.
No, I'm not gonna be all right. My kids not gonna be all right. No, I want the same feather
Grace.
that for everyone else, save my black self. I want that. I want that privilege. I want them rights. I want them bills passed and enforced.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I want the same as everybody else.
Exactly.
And until I get the same as everybody else, don't nobody else matter. But I live like Malcolm. My people first, and by any means necessary.
Well, it seems like every other people, they get respect. We the only ones that don't get no respect.
That is because, and I will say this and I will continue to say this, and I will stand on this hill 10 toes down, and I will die on this hill. Black people have got to unpack everything that we have learned from our mamas, from our grandmamas, from our granddaddies. We have to unlearn the internalized hatreds that we have for one another. If we can just get, like, it hurts my soul. Like, if we can just get rid of that as a people and just love each other as a people. Everybody's my family because we look alike. You was my kinfolks because I look like you, you look like me. If you are an American black, if you are a capital B, I am a capital B black woman. If you are a capital B, you are my family. And I love you just because. I have no hatred towards you. I have no misconceptions of you, no preconceived notions. You are a queen, you are a king, and you are my kin, and I want you to succeed. I want to love and prosper and uplift, and that is the mindset that every black person needs to have for every other black person. And once we do that as black people and with all genuineness, All this stuff gonna change.
These are facts. These are absolute facts. And just to piggyback off of what Sunshyne said, we know for a fact we can't take all of us with y'all. I mean, all of you with us. That's what I meant to say. We can't take all of y'all because guess what? You don't even take yourself serious. How are we gonna take you serious when you don't even take yourself serious? You don't take nothing that we are saying serious. So there will be ones that will have to be banished. And that's okay with me. Because the truth is not all black people are good. Not all Latinos are good. Not all white people are good. Not all Jews are good. Baby, that's evil in every aspect of life.
Every single one. You take the good with the good, leave the bad with the bad, and call it a day.
We got to draw the line. Because, see, when we draw the line with this music, it's going to be a lot of people that they don't want to change. They don't want to go the other way. But it's time, like, it's so sad because we did not create this situation. We just helped mold it.
Yes, allowed it to happen and continue. What's it called? That snowball effect. There you go. It was a little snowball like this big. And then we said,
Baby, and now it's still got to a point where we can't even really hardly control it because this music that these kids are listening to, and even some of these adults, it got the children going crazy. Like the fact that some of these children try to fight their moms when they try to take their phone away from them.
Who do that?
It's videos online.
Oh. Cause I got kids. I got a 24-year-old grown daughter, and she be asking me to go permission to go out, and she grown by law, not by her mom.
Right. Because at some point in time, we got to realize that just because you are at the age of appropriation, that don't mean that you are mentally ready for this world, baby.
At all.
Let's be real. Be
prepared.
So, well, you guys, we're about to wrap the show up, but we are definitely working on the website. So I cannot wait to unveil the website. On the website, we'll have more information about different things that we can't 100% share here because, baby, that shuts us down when we start saying certain things. Like, I really wanted to share this clip where Dave Chappelle was talking about the same things that Kanye West is talking about. But what we're just going to do, we're just going to put a link in the bio so y'all can watch it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, I already know what they're going to do. YouTube stay tripping on us too. They always making us go in and tell them to review our videos because they try to act like it's something in the video that don't need to be seen. But
they be mad because we telling the truth and they don't want the truth to be told. And they want people to be stupid. Like, no, thank you. Like, I need people to wake up.
Yeah. So, the thing is this, I know they're going to slap us with a copyright claim soon as we put this up. So I'm not even going to do it. But I definitely need y'all to hear what Dave Chappelle is saying.
Definitely.
Because he is one of the ones that tell the truth. And he ain't scared to tell the truth. Because, as you know, they stole the Chappelle show from him.
Facts. And you know why I love Dave Chappelle? He's so gangster. He told people not to watch himself.
I bet you they didn't watch it either.
I don't.
Me either. I love Chappelle's show, but I'm not going to watch that show knowing what they did to him. They stole him. Yes. They stole him. They stole him.
As a person.
Still a person.
As a person. Like, as a whole entity. Like, his face, his voice, like, all of that. Like, all of that.
he can't even use his own name. Like he could never come out with a Chappelle show 2 or anything like that because they stole the likeness of his name and everything.
But you know why I respect him so much? This man has yet to back down.
Yeah.
Yet. I respect that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. He left the scene, but he didn't back down.
At all. He went to Africa. Like he said,
he went to get him some safety, honey.
He had to get his ancestors together to protect him on this journey that he's on right now.
Yeah.
That's what he had to do. For real, for real.
Yeah. But in the end, though, what I definitely want you guys to realize is that we have more power than what you think. This shouldn't have never happened. This shouldn't have never happened. Takeoff should still be with us. And it's a shame that this young man, 28 years old, lost his life at a dice game because stray bullets was flying around.
Can I tell you something? Like on some real thing, what I legit just realized, he is 4 years older than my birth child. Like that really just smacked me in my face for some reason. Like, you know, 4 years older than my daughter. Gone. Boggled my mind real quick. I'm sorry. That just like blew my mind. I didn't even think about it.
Well, it's true.
With mama. Jesus, Lord. Like.
And another thing I want to say, Migos will never be Migos again.
At all.
They broke up over some petty, childish foolishness. Let this be a lesson to you. The same thing that Dara was talking about. Baby, choose love. Like, I'm more than sure it was something so childish and so petty, something that they could have worked out. Now, look, Takeoff is gone. Y'all will never be able to come together again as a whole.
As a family, not even a group, as a family, y'all can never come together again, ever.
Because he gone. So let that be a lesson to you when you always treating your family members bad and you're talking about them behind their back and, you know, you see they making a mistake, pull them to the side. Even if they don't start to correct the mistake at that point in time, pull them to the side anyway and put that good word in their ear.
You never know. Sometimes it don't take in that instance for people to comprehend what you're saying. Give them some time. Talk to them again. Show them some genuine love and not that fake stuff and not that whole love. Not my word of encouragement for today. I promise you, like it's just love on each other. That's all. Love on yourself first, so you can love on other people. Love on your people, because that's like really. You have to love on each other. And when you can do that, all this stuff is going to dissipate and disappear because it's only hatred that fuels all of it. Love each other.
Yeah, love each other.
We can love each other. There's no survival. We can love each other.
Love each other and learn also that life is more important than a gangster rap song that is telling you to go out here and unalive and hurt somebody that looks just like you. If you just have to pull away from the whole scene to go find yourself so you can reach out to somebody else and teach them, do what you got to do. Because I refuse to shoot another video where they talking about doing something to somebody. I'm not doing that no more. I used to do it because I didn't see no harm in it. I'm like, this is the culture, but I know better now. And that's just not of my spirit. I don't want to have anything to do with anything that's negative. It is what it is. I don't feel that stuff no more like I used to.
You can.
Because I know what it's doing to our community.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it's doing to our young people. And it's time that everybody wake up and make a change. The elders, the young people, honey, the teachers, the pastors, the churches, the nonprofit organizations. Stop hating on each other and come together so we can be a community for real. Sunshine, you remember back in the day, the community used to raise the children.
Listen, that's why you got what? That's why I got so many aunties and cousins and things. Half them folks ain't my blood kin. They neighborhood family. The whole neighborhood raised you. You got in trouble. You can get in trouble for one inch of rock from nothing. You had so many aunties and uncles that uplifted you and taught you things and gave you good values and morals and steered you right and didn't talk down on you. They uplifted you. We don't have that no more. Get our villages back. It's necessary.
And start including God in your conversations at home, parents.
Whatever God you pick to.
Like, you ain't got to send your child to school in a sanctified skirt. You ain't got to make your son become a Mormon. Just at least give them knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is very important at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. Self-love, self-respect, self-worth. Keywords are self.
Oh yeah, thank you, Maddie. Thank you for coming through and keeping up with us. Yes. We just trying to, inform the people, because it ain't all about the gossip and turn up.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I turn up in a different way now.
Thanks.
I really want to see our community turn up. I want to see the community turn up and come together. How about that? That's what I want to see. But anything else, Sunshine?
Keep playing.
Millionaire pending, and we will see you guys soon. Don't forget, you can purchase one of these nice mugs. Let's talk about it. Talk about it Tuesday. Trust me, the website will be popping, and we definitely will have some stuff on there that you would definitely love. So with that being said, we will see y'all next go round. Same time, same place. Millionaire pending. We out.